Good day. I bring you greetings from the World Federation for Mental Health. I'm Dr. Ingrid and I am the president of the World Federation for Mental Health. As you know, the theme for this year's World Mental Health Day is mental health in an unequal world. Together we can make a difference. And indeed, together we can make a difference. And so if you ask me, what are the aspirations and what is the goal? What is it that we're wanting to achieve with this theme this year? Well, first of all, we would like to place the spotlight on the widening disparities and inequality in mental health care. And we know that there's been a significant increase in the prevalence of mental illness, disruption in our economy, and an escalation of those social factors that determines poor mental health. And so World Mental Health Day is the opportunity for us to focus on these historical, structural, and systemic inequalities that people with lived experience have faced. And these factors that cause this divide is what limits mental well-being, but it also impacts significantly on the rights of persons with lived experience to live fully integrated, included, respected, and dignified lives. And so World Mental Health Day gives us this opportunity. It creates this platform. It creates a stage for us as the global community to come together, for young people to come together, to unify our voices and together raise awareness. To raise awareness about these massive inequalities and disparities which impact on the right to health and the right to mental health and the right to recovery. It's the opportunity to raise awareness and to call for actions through our voices for solutions, solutions that will create lasting change. This is our ideal. And together we can do this. We can't do this in our, isolated ways. We've got to do this together. And so if you had to ask me then, what is the role of young people to create this change? To create this change in the discussions that we need today around this very important but concerning theme, mental health in an unequal world. Then I have to say that I believe that young people are just absolutely incredible. First of all, I believe that they have been at the forefront of most of the social advocacy movements, which have highlighted and put the spotlight on many social issues around the globe, but also called for change. And they've kept the pressure on, haven't they? And so in the same way, we call our young people together and we say, please come together. Let's talk about our mental health. Let's talk about how these inequalities impact on living. Because mental health affects everything, the way we think, the way we act, the way we respond to our world. And so I believe that our young people are our future leaders. They're the change makers. They're the social agents that will ensure that the landscape, the mental health landscape can change. World Mental Health Day will mark this coming together of diverse young voices, creates the stage for this, doesn't it just? And it will feature young people who are leaders, change makers, social entrepreneurs from across the world. And I believe young people have powerful voices to amplify these factors that have impacted on access and right to mental health, but also these factors that have hindered mental well-being and good mental health. It's also the opportunity for young people, I believe, to provide solutions and amplify the innovations that can be considered across the world. And so, what message would I like to leave with the Eastern Mediterranean region? Well, I believe that COVID-19 and this crisis has had a significant impact on our young people. They have experienced the most disruption in their schooling, in their employments. They've been left often fearful, anxious, alone, isolated. And so I believe that we need to talk about how this pandemic and the factors in the region impacts on the surge in mental ill health across this region. But here's the thing, COVID-19 has been a great leveler. There's no longer them and us. We have all been affected in some way or the other. And so I believe it starts with us. We need to start normalizing the conversations and to become comfortable about the mental health conversations and discussions. We need to place it on every agenda, everywhere we go. We need to be talking about our mental health and talking about the protective measures as well, the protective factors and solutions. We need to change these negative conversations that labels and shames people. This is harmful, and this prevents young people from coming out and talking about mental health. Let's remove the barriers. Let's stop the labeling. Let's stop the discrimination and the stigmatization. Let's start talking about mental health in a very comfortable, natural way. Mental health, ladies and gentlemen, and young people, I believe is everyone's business, isn't it? We have a responsibility, and our responsibility is to talk about mental health, to put the spotlight on where these inequalities exist, and to come up with innovative solutions. It must be at the forefront. It must be prioritized. As we prioritize the health consequences of the pandemic, we need to start prioritizing these two components in an equal and with equal priority. And so I believe that young people are, are less resistant to change. Young people are the change makers, and they are the future. You are the script writers as to how this mental health landscape can change, how we can take the un out of the unequal and create a world, a region, a country where there's mental health for all, that no one is left behind. Our youth need to be the features and the stars of this show to change the way in which mental health has been provided and in the way in which there's been resistance to prioritizing mental health within the health, within health. And so I want to end by saying that I believe that together we can make a difference. Together we can ensure that no young person is left behind. Together we can ensure that we can save lives, that we give back hope to young people. We have an amazing kite festival event, and a kite soars against adverse winds. And the kite line is our anchor. And I pray that over the many months and in the years ahead, that you will have good mental health, that your mental well-being will be protected, and that there will be mental health for all. I want to wish you a wonderful World Mental Health Day on the 10th of October. Blessings to all of you. And I thank you in advance for rewriting the script and ensuring that every young person across the world can talk comfortably, without limitations, about those factors that hinder good mental health. I thank you.